It was around 07:30 the morning of June 6, 1944. The sky was overcast and a moderate wind blew across the English Channel. As the landing craft neared Sword Beach in Normandy, Sergeant Major Stanley Hollis could see the tension of the men of his landing craft. He is part of the 6th Battalion, Green Howards, His Majesty's British Army, and they are landing near La Rivière, part of Britain's assault sector on D-Day. Suddenly, the ramp drops. Before the men can even move, bullets smash into the sand. Machine gun fire sides across the beach, pinning British soldiers in place as the tide creeps in around them. Men are hit. Others freeze, pressed flat against the shingle. If the guns aren't silenced, the landing will fail right here. But Stan is unfazed. He walks straight into the hellfire of battle. Ahead of them sits a German concrete strongpoint, built into slightly rising ground overlooking the beach. From inside it, machine guns hammer the shoreline with deadly precision. MG-42s. Their distinctive ripping canvas sound fires with terrifying regularity. Every second the guns fire, more men fall. The beach offers almost no protection. Check hedgehogs. Wooden obstacles. Shallow dips in the sand. Nothing that truly stops bullets. Pinned down behind the shingle bank, the company cannot move forward. And Stanley Hollis knows exactly what that means. If they stay here, they die. Hollis is a professional soldier, calm, experienced, respected. As company sergeant major, his job is to keep the company together under fire. But right now, cohesion doesn't matter. Action does. Stan knows the grim mathematics. If the German strongpoint is not silenced, the landing will stall. Hollis doesn't call for permission. He simply turns to a handful of nearby soldiers and signals for them to follow. Then he steps out from cover. The moment Hollis leaves the shingle bank, the machine guns find him. Bullets crack past his head. Sand erupts around his boots. The air is alive with snapping rounds. There is no smoke screen. No armor. Just open beach. Hollis moves at a steady pace, not sprinting wildly, not hesitating. He keeps low, using what little ground exists, urging the men behind him forward. Several are hit. Others stumble, then get back up. Somewhere behind them, the beach is still chaos, shouting, explosions, wounded men calling for help. But Hollis keeps moving. The pillbox grows larger. Dark firing slits. Thick concrete walls. The guns are still firing. Stanley reaches the base of the strongpoint and acts without pause. He climbs. Inside the pillbox, German soldiers are focused outward, firing down onto the beach. They don't expect an attack from this direction, not yet. Hollis bursts in. The fight is close, violent, and fast. The confined space amplifies every sound, gunshots deafening, shouts echoing off concrete walls. Hollis fires at point-blank range. A grenade explodes inside the position, filling it with smoke and debris. German resistance collapses in seconds. Some defenders are killed. Others throw down their weapons and surrender, stunned that a British sergeant is standing in the middle of their bunker. The machine guns stop. Down on the beach, British soldiers notice the change almost immediately. The fire slackens. Then ceases altogether. Men who have been pinned down for minutes that felt like hours, begin to move. They stand. They run. They push inland. One pillbox, neutralized by one sergeant, has unlocked the entire sector. The landing continues. Gold Beach is no longer a killing ground, it is a foothold in Europe. For his actions that morning, Company Sergeant Major Stanley Hollis is awarded the Victoria Cross, Britain's highest award for valor in combat. It is the only one given on D-Day itself. His citation speaks of bravery, leadership, complete disregard for danger. But the truth is simpler. When his men were dying on the sand, Hollis stood up and walked toward the guns. And because he did, hundreds of others lived to walk off the beach. Sometimes, the course of history turns not on armies, but on one man, one decision, and one pillbox. Stanley Hollis would survive the war and assume a quiet life in post-war Britain. He never sought fame, and was modest about his actions that led to the Victoria Cross. He would pass on the 8th of February, 1972, at the age of 56. Please like and subscribe for more.